Wubba, this is Downtown Adrian J with the kicking the sounds in London town. Welcome to Adrian J Online. Today we're going to be talking about my BMW.
With the smoking sounds of Adrian J's show for the Maestro of Mix, stay tuned to Adrian J.
I generally do a check on my car every month or so, fluids and that kind of stuff. And I also run INPA, which is one of the BMW software tools to check what's happening. Now, it's suggested that the battery, due to probably use, is not up to full capacity, so needs to be charged. So I don't have the capability at the moment of storing the car in the garage because there's a lot of crap in here at the moment, doing a basement reno. So I have to work a way of getting the battery charged while the car is outside. So I want to show you a BMW charger. Now you can get different chargers, cheaper chargers, but I did a little bit of research and found that the BMW charger is the best one. It's best bang for the buck. It is expensive. The current price in Canada at a dealer is $165, but because I got a loyalty card, I basically got the tax off, so I got it about $165 including. So I'm going to take you around, show you a few bits and pieces, and have a chat with you and show you the best way to do things. So stay tuned. Here is the BMW charger. I believe it's also the same make as CTEK, CTEK, which is a good battery charger. I used to have one in the UK for my Porsche, and it's works for cars, batteries, AGM, Li-ion, which is a lithium ion, 120 volt, 6 volts, 120 volt, 60 hertz. So yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't come with the girl, but there you go. So when you with the packaging, you get this nice little bit of kit, and I'm going to show you the charger. So this is the charger. It comes with a cable which you connect. Now, listen up. This is generally the same for all BMWs or majority of BMWs, but please check your own manuals and stuff. Now, you can charge it across the battery. The battery for the BMW is in the back. The reason you shouldn't is because it runs through something called an IBS, intelligent battery sensor, and if you charge it that way, the IBS doesn't know it's being charged correctly, and it will overcharge the battery. So there are 2 points here. You've got a point here. It's actually covered by a red blob here, and you've got an earth here. Now, the same thing applies is if you're going to jump start the car, never jump start across the battery. Get your jump leads across here. That goes straight back through the battery. So jump start from here as well. Now, this is the way to connect everything up. You get this cable, which is, I'm not going to disconnect it, but it's disconnected from here. Positive to positive, neg to neg. Connect this up, make sure this is off, so run it to your cable into the wall, then switch it on. And if you see, there's different charge settings, so usually it'll just be the normal unless you've got the lithium ion, but it will charge normally, and it will have there's like 7 different settings, and when we go inside, I'll have a chat with you about what those settings do. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When it hits number 7, it's essentially trickle charging. So it's going through all these different stages. I think when it hits stage 5, it checks whether the battery's okay, and if it doesn't go past 5, your battery's knacked. You need to get a new battery. And then after it's maintained, it kind of stays on there. Now this is rated what's called IP65, so it's sealed and it's waterproof, but it's kind of splash proof. It's not waterproof, so you can't submerge it. So if you have the 1 Series, you should have a big whole load of space here. So as I'm testing this at the moment, the idea is if you are, for example, you've got a drive and you've got a garage which is full of crap at the moment, what you do is run all these cables into here, put this in there somewhere, okay? I'm not going to do that because I don't want to disturb my wires. Put that all in there. Then you have this cable. Now you can maybe hang the cable out here, connect it to one of these. Now this is kind of an extension cable with 2 prongs, so it's probably not a good idea to keep that out in the weather. And then you're good to go. So I did actually charge it up yesterday. So it's only for a few hours because it started to rain. So it should be good. So yeah. So at least then you can charge the car overnight. So in short, the BMW charger connected across there, positive to negative. Oh, and when you're disconnecting, this is another way. Do the opposite of what you did. So when it's charged up fully, pull the plug, disconnect there. That means that this is disconnected. Take the neg off and the battery positive off, and you're good. And when connecting up, battery positive, battery neg, connect that bit. This is all connected up. Plug it in, switch it on, and you're good. The same thing with jump in the car. You want to put the positive on first, okay? You want to put the positive on here. Run the positive cable to your car you're going to boost. The negative to negative, and also use a negative, not on the battery. I mean, if this is a battery, say for example positive and negative, use a negative on somewhere else on the car, not on the battery, because it could spark and you could have a problem. Okay, or get one of those battery packs. I might actually look at buying a battery pack and doing a review on that. But anyway, so this is good. I think this is CTEK 4.3 or something like that. But it's the same kind of thing. If you can get the CTEK version, that's good. But I went all hog out and got the BMW. So I'm going to go back inside. I'm going to just want to show you on the instructions the settings. Let's see. We do show you the settings. So I just wanted to, I'm inside now, I just wanted to show you the 7 or actually 8 charging cycles. So the first one is listed as desulfation, then the second one is soft start, 3 is bulk, 4 is absorption. I'm reading this, but you can obviously see it for yourself. 5 is analyze. Now at this point, okay, what actually happens is that it checks the battery. Now, if for some reason it does not go past the stage of 5, your battery is screwed. You need to replace the battery. You can obviously also test your battery at any car shop. They'll be able to put a tester across it, but this is another way you can test it. And then it gets to stage 6. Sorry, it gets to stage 6, which is maximation, and then it gets to float. That's where it's actually trickle charging. So on a lot of chargers, I don't know if it does any of this stuff, maybe not, but usually just puts it on a float charge. Now it has to go through all these kind of stuff before it gets to float. When it gets to float, then basically it's maintaining it. And then what happens if it sees a spike, it'll pulse it and go back to float, and that's the point you can keep it on. And so just looking here, so you see on the first one it takes it up to 14.55, then it drops the voltage down to 12.6 but gives it a bit more amperage. Then the voltage increases to 14.55 for the same amperage. Then 14.55 volts for failing current. Then it checks whether the voltage falls to 12 volts. Then it just basically, I can't see what that bit there. Then it keeps it at that voltage, and then it maintains it at 13.6 volts at 4.3 amps, and then it kind of flickers around. And if you see here, it actually tells you how long it should be. So for example, on the first bit of desulfation, it is for a maximum of about 5 hours. Okay, it gives it a pulse. The first one is a pulse. Then the second one, soft start, it's about 30 minutes sorry, I'm reading this wrong. So the first, for the limit, depending on what type of battery you've got. So if you've got a normal battery or the lithium ion, so I've got the normal normal one. So for the first part of it, it charges for 5 hours. It takes maybe up to 8 hours for soft start, then maximum 30 hours. Maximum 30 hours for that. Then 1 minute to analyze. And then if there's a screw up, it'll go back to beginning. Then here it's just 0. And then from here for float, it will keep it 1 day charging. The cycle restarts when voltage drops, and then the charge cycle starts again on the pulse. So I found that for me, for my battery, initially when it was shown it was low, it actually jumped from 1 to 2 to 3 within the space of 6 hours. And it really does depend on your battery, how bad the battery is. These are kind of maximums. But today, when I put it on, it's been on for 12 hours. It jumped pretty much all the way down today, and it's now on float. And I'm going to take it off tonight. So yeah, this is a really good battery charger, and it's really in depth. There's a lot of thought gone into it, and as I said, and I think I've explained on some of the other videos, the BMW car batteries is so much more. There's so much more stuff that goes on in modern cars. I mean, be it BMW, Mercedes, Lexus or whatever. It's just no longer an easy thing for you to be able to just chop and change. So yeah, it's for the price, it's pretty good, and it's got a lot of information in there as to what you need or what you don't need, etc. So yeah, my advice to you would be to buy it, and even if you don't keep it for your BMW, it's obviously not a reason why you can't use it on other cars as well. So Adrian J signing out. So thanks for tuning in. I hope this was informative, and I haven't made anything from this. I haven't been given this this charger. I didn't get. Oh, I got a discount on it only because it's a dealer loyalty card, but I didn't get paid to kind of plug this. But I would probably say this is a good product to get. So take it easy. If you like this, like and smash that like button, and subscribe. So from yours truly, the Big J and J saying peace out, take it easy, I'm out of here, like a thief in the night. Goodbye.